Hey guys, Brad Hanson here, and today I want to show you a demo of a new piece of software that I've developed called List Generator Elite. And essentially what this software allows you to do is take any file and turn it into a list building tool that you can use to add subscribers to your email list. So companies like Microsoft and Adobe and many others have been using this tactic for many years with trial software. You know the drill. You download the software, and in order to use it, you've got to enter your email address where they send you an activation code that unlocks the software. Well, List Generator Elite uses that same tactic to add subscribers to your email list. And like I said, you can take any file. You can take a PDF, you can take a text file, you can take an executable, a piece of software, and you can create what's called a locked file that can only be opened with an activation code. So what I'd like to do is take you through the steps to create a locked file, and then we'll take a look at the actual file and open it up, and I'll show you everything there is to know about the software. So let's get started. Now I happen to have a niche site about folding bikes, and one of the things that I want to offer people who come to my website is I want to offer them some reviews on different folding bikes. And so I'd purchased some PLR on the Warrior Forum a couple of months ago about folding bikes, and so I've taken that PLR and I've packed it up into a PDF file, and I'm going to offer that as a free download. And so what I'm going to do is show you how to create a locked file so that I can gain subscribers to my email list from people who are interested in folding bikes so that I can market to them. So I'm going to take the PDF that I created, and I'm just going to drag and drop it on the lock here on List Generator Elite. And that's going to pop up a settings window. And as you can see, there's very few pieces of information that you have to fill out here. And I made it very easy in order to build a locked file. And let's just go through the steps. So the first thing you want to do is you want to give your product a name, and that name is going to show up in the title of the form when you open it up. So we'll call it Folding Bike Reviews. The next piece of information that it asks for is the actual path to the file that we're going to lock, which is automatically set for you when we drag and drop it over. Next is the actual icon that's created when the executable is created, and I'm just going to leave it as a default icon, although you could choose a different icon if you'd like. We're just going to keep it default. And then the next section is the registration settings, which is the most important piece of the puzzle. So you can enter a registration code for your software. You can enter anything you want there, but what I like to do is I like to just create, have the software create me a code, and I'll take that and I will copy it to my clipboard for later. And then the next piece of information is the opt-in URL. Now what you'll do is you'll create an HTML page on one of your sites that has the actual Aweber or your autoresponder of choice opt-in email form. And what you'll do is you'll enter this information here, because when we create the locked file, there's a button on the front of it that says click here to get your activation code, and what's going to happen is that button click is going to open up their default browser and send them to this opt-in page so that they can put in their name and email address, opt into your list, and then the follow-up email you're going to send them will be the registration code. So I'm going to enter . Now what you can do is you can click this view URL button to make sure that your opt-in list URL is correct, and we'll do that just to make sure. And as you can see, I've got my opt-in list here, so we'll go ahead and close that down, and then I will click OK. Now there's a button that's enabled on the software once I've completed the settings screen that says Build Locked File, and I click that big button and give my file a name. So we'll call Folding Bike Reviews, and click Save. And now you see that my foldingbike-reviews.exe file has been created. And it'll ask me if I want to run it now. I'll say no. Okay, now that we've got the locked file created, we'll go ahead and close down List Generator Elite, and we'll take a look at the locked file. So someone comes to your website, they download the free giveaway, which is the locked file, and once they go to open it up, they are presented with a screen that tells them before you can use the product, you must register for an activation code. So what happens is they will click on this button that says click to get your activation code. It'll open up their default browser, and it will send them to the opt-in URL that you entered in the settings section when we created the locked file. They'll enter their name and their email address. They will opt in and subscribe to your list, and then you will send them a follow-up email with the activation code. Now the activation code I copied to my clipboard earlier, and I'm going to paste that in here, but they'll get an email back saying thanks for subscribing, and here's the unlock code for the PDF that you downloaded. And so now if I click the unlock button, as you would expect, the PDF opens up. And let's close this down. If now once they've entered the activation code, the software has been unlocked and they can view it as many times as they want to without being prompted to enter an activation code again. So if I come back and I double click on it, then as you would expect, the PDF is going to open up without an activation code. Very, very powerful stuff. List Generator Elite is an excellent piece of software that will allow you to create single locked files of any file type and turn that into an incredibly useful list building tool. Thanks for watching.